All right, let's make some folders so we have a place to coordinate our files and move our files around. Now, you can simply click on this folder icon, Windows Explorer, or if that's not available, there's always the option of right mouse clicking on the Windows and use Open Windows Explorer. Either one will get you the same thing. Now, Windows decides where it wants to open up. In this case, it opened up in Libraries, and I want to put my folders on the desktop. So I'm going to click on Desktop, and you can see you can open these up or down. And notice these are devices as well as directories folders. You can call them directories or folders interchangeably. But these are only devices or directories. Over here you have the same thing as well as individual files. So here's an individual file that doesn't show up over on the left-hand side. Now I want to make a main directory to contain all my other directories, so I'm going to make sure my desktop is selected, and then I'm going to use this icon up here and make a new folder. And I'm going to call that root directory. Now the term root usually means parent or the main directory. And you can see here's my root directory, and it's also over here. So if I double click on the root directory, and I double click on the icon instead of the words, if I double click on the words, you see how it goes into rename mode. So the best thing to do to keep that from happening is just double click on the icon. And you can see up here that we're inside the root directory. So I'll make a new folder, and I'll call that graphic. And I want to go inside a graphic, and I want to make another directory. So here you can see now this is our path, root directory or graphic. We'll make a new folder, we'll call it pet. And inside my pet directory, again keep your eye on the path, I'll make a new folder for cats, and I'll make a new folder for dogs. And you can see that this has happened down here, and now you can see my directory structure. So dog and cat are inside of pet, pet is inside of graphic, graphic is inside of root. And if I took this file and zipped it up, compressed it into one file, then it would bring along all these children along with it. And we wouldn't have to worry about any of these others. This would be all self-contained. And if I click on dog here, you can see the path to dog. You see the path is very similar for cat. And I can click on any of these to go into that level. So now I'm in the graphic folder, now I'm in the root directory folder. There's several ways you can go about this. You can unfold your path this way. You can unfold your path this way. And then this shows you the contents of the path. When we add in our files, you'll see how this changes, and you'll see the files on this panel. So we have our directory structure. The next step now is to get some files and put those in the various folders.